The thing about Tai Chi and what we teach kids is that it's not limiting. It's additional. It's a positive addition. It's like another tool in their tool belt for life. It's another ability that they have. And not only is it particular or specific to what we teach them, but it's applicable to everything else. Kids these days are moving more towards technology and being very digital, both with their hands, which or their fingers, which we refer to as digits, and then the technology itself. Well, a child that learns what we teach them is going to be able to utilize those same techniques when they're coding or when they're using technology. So in coding, for example, a lot of people get really frustrated. We teach kids to be conscious in their movements, and what that means is that you're thinking and answering these questions: why, what, how, where, when, and you're asking other questions and you're answering. So what I mean by conscious decisions is they're not just doing something and they're with an unawareness or a lack of awareness of what they're doing. So while we instruct, we're encouraging, we're asking questions to the kids. What are your hands doing right now? What are your legs doing? What are you doing with your breath? Are you focusing on yourself or are you focusing on other people? What happens when you focus on yourself? Are you able to overcome distractions? How do you utilize the techniques we've taught you to maintain focus? So when you ask kids these questions and you get their minds running and their gears churning, it develops a habit. And so what we're doing is developing positive conscious habits as opposed to detrimental unconscious habits. So that's where mindfulness comes into play. That's what the mindfulness is. They're utilizing their minds in a conscious way. So like when we're instructing, they're mirroring my movement. So if I'm doing this, they're following along. And that's something that actually is good, I think, for all adults to recognize and all people to recognize, is that we mirror each other. So if you produce or project a calm feeling or a happy feeling, it's almost contagious. Like you've probably heard that smiles are contagious. If you smile at someone, they'll probably smile back. It's the same thing in the school system. If I go in there and I'm calm and I'm relaxed and I have a yes, I can do it attitude, and I show these kids that I'm not scared, that any challenge that comes my way, I'm going to find a way to overcome it, that I can stay calm regardless of what's going on around me, they will pick up on that and they will exude it themselves. They'll act the same way. Appreciate the Tai Chi because I can go to a school and I can walk through and they say, oh, Tai Chi guy or Mr. Tai Chi or Mr. Garrett. And so I know that I've impacted them in such a way that they want to respond to me and approach me and say hi. And a kid's not going to say hi to you unless they have a reason to. So if a kid is excited when they're saying hi to you, it seems fairly obvious that you've done something good for them.